Your love reading, Gemini. Gemini, we're here today to take a look at love and romance for you in the upcoming days and weeks ahead. Gemini, let me move this out of my way. I thank you for stopping by today. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I welcome you and I look forward to you becoming a part of the tribe. For those of you returning Geminis, welcome back. And thank you for all of your wonderful support, all of your messages, your thumbs ups, your views. I thank you so much for your support, Gemini. All right, so let's get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. Just for everyone's edification, Gemini, this is a general reading. So if you find for some reason, don't know why that would be, that this message does not resonate with you, Gemini, that simply means that you need to go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you can be notified as soon as the message for you drops here within the next few days. All right, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get down to it. We're going to start off, I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you, Gemini, and then we're going to dig in deep with the tarot. All right, so the first message that I have for you, my Geminis, is that of metamorphosis with the butterfly, okay? Followed by mountains, the card of obstacles. And then we have peace and harmony. Okay, so this is some impactful information here, Gemini. The energy that's currently leaving you at this time is that of the butterfly, the metamorphosis. So for many of you, you have been able to achieve a transformation in your connections, whether that's solely love or just the connections around you. And so what I would say is, if you find that you are in the position where you're just a single, ready to mingle type of Gemini with no one in the picture at the moment, then take note of how your connections with other relationships, friends, coworkers, etc., 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 have significantly changed in the last few weeks. And take note of that, because that energy is one that will transform your love life, your romantic life going forward as well. So there was a powerful shift, is what I'm getting, that occurred in recent weeks that allows this energy to come through. So for some of you, yes, you definitely saw that energy affect your connection with your significant other. But in others of you, it's just the way it's rolling out, this energy is that it's impacting your connection with those around you in all walks of life, and will actually, you'll start to see the shifts in your love life as well. The current energy that you are in or are stepping in away from this energy is that of obstacles. So some of this change, this metamorphosis that you have come through, you're now going to be challenged with the obstacles that, if you just look at obstacles outright, it just seems like a part of life we don't want to go through, Gemini. But what I'm seeing for this obstacle energy for you is a chance to further refine this metamorphosis in your connection, so that you actually create something that you want, right? And then the energy that's coming towards you, Gemini, that you'll be stepping into most likely a couple of weeks from now, is that of peace and harmony. So getting through this hard work in the current energy, or what seems like the hard work during the current energy that you're in, will lead you to these harmonious connections, a harmonious feeling in love, a harmonious feeling with the person that you desire. So all the work that you're putting in now, Gemini, is well worth it for the coming weeks ahead. So let's dig in a little further with the tarot, and let's actually look at the overall message that spirit wants you to take away from this reading, Gemini. And let me give it one last shuffle here. Okay, so first off, we have the energy of the moon. Okay, and then that is followed by the Three of Swords, along with the Nine of Swords. So what I'm seeing is just reminiscing on past hurts and pains. That's kind of, and what I'm hearing from spirit with that is that's your current block. That's your current obstacle. They want to focus in on this now energy, right? So your power is definitely always in the now, but spirit wants you to know that this focus, and especially during those hours, maybe of the night, or you know, if you're a person that works nights and you are doing your relaxation, your sleep during the daytime hours, then this is the time that you actually focus on relaxation and restoring your body, right? So during those times, you're ruminating over the pains of the past, right? And for some of you, this pain may be the current or the current past, maybe the recent past is the word I'm looking for, as this metamorphosis energy may have ended connections for you, right? Connections that didn't fit, didn't work. But that doesn't mean, of course, that doesn't draw pain just because that wasn't the right person, right? So you're stuck in that anxiety. For others of you, these are old hurts that keep resurfacing for you in the nighttime hours, in the restful time of your day or night, right? So this is an obstacle. This is you need to release this energy, right? And for some of you, I feel like in order to get to this release, Gemini, of this older energy, you really need to go ahead and do some type of spiritual cleanse that helps you just release that negativity. And I'm going to keep these out. That releases that negativity for you, right? I mean, we can sometimes get to a point in our healing where we're feeling much healthier, but then we just need that extra push, that extra help, and spirit is there to help through the process, the practice of spiritual cleansing. It'll help lighten that load for you, Gemini. All right, so I implore you to take advantage of those types of resources as well. So let's dig deeper into this recent past, this current, and this upcoming energy here with the tarot. And while I get my last few shuffles in so that spirit can get the right cards in the right order in my hands for you, Gemini, specifically, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and take this moment to click that subscribe button. You can tell the quality of messages here for you just by what you've heard so far. So go ahead and join the tribe at this time. All right. So, clarifying further the butterfly energy, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse, followed by the Queen of Swords. To clarify further this mountain, this obstacle energy in the current field, we have the Queen of Cups, followed by the Strength card. Clarifying this harmony energy coming at us, we have the Three of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, this is interesting stuff here. So, as we were talking about this metamorphosis energy, it caused a lot of shakeup in regards to looking at what it is that fills your cup, right? And what you expect from others, and what you desire from others, and what makes you feel whole and complete. And for some of you, like I said, there were connections that you were involved in that just didn't meet the snuff and they ended up ending. So this is a complete and sudden breakup is what I'm feeling happened for some of you. For others of you, it is about transmuting that energy as a metamorphosis does so well into something that you wanted, but you had to dump out the cup and start over in some cases here, right? And for those of you single and ready to mingle Geminis, this is about that reflection that led you to come up with standards. There's a standard operating procedure that was needed, right? Gemini, you needed to set the standard for how you will be treated. And you can look at this woman on this card. She looks fierce. She's the Queen of Swords, but she's sexy as hell too. So you can be many things, but you can only be those things when you require others to treat you properly, right? You can't be the perfect girlfriend, the perfect boyfriend, the perfect mate, the perfect partner if you aren't being treated in a way that allows you to exude that. And so the standard operating procedure is what I'm going to call it was needed. And I feel like many of you were able to develop it. What is it that others need to bring to me in order for me to allow them to stick around in my life? Okay. So, those of you single and ready to mingle, you were able to formulate that. And now you need to dig down deep with this Queen of Swords energy and maintain that. No matter who you're faced with, you could be faced with the most delicious looking potential partner on a date across the table from you. You have to maintain your standard, right? So that they will seek to obtain what it is that you desire, what you need, what you have to have around you. And that's not necessarily material more than it is they have to treat you a certain way. They have to be able to be consistent with you. They need to treat you with kindness and think of you in regards to what would make you happy. This is selfish in the best way possible. Okay. So, Gemini, that's the energy and how you were able to transmute that energy in recent days and weeks. Some of you are still here, but you're kind of like in the last steps of this, getting ready to step into this current energy of the mountain. And with that, we have the Queen of Cups. Excuse my voice here. We have the Queen of Cups, right? And she's coming in to represent like this energy and what you went through here. Because for many of you, it was difficult. Um, you now have a better emotional understanding of how things need to be, a better emotional understanding of your partners or your potential partners. And you've become more emotionally intelligent. The Queen of Cups is, she's wrapped up in that energy of emotion, but she's perfected it from an emotional intelligence standpoint. Okay. That's her strength. That's her superpower. And so many of you were able to elevate your emotional intelligence IQ, which will only serve you. I mean, it's going to serve you in leaps and bounds, right? And you were able to stick the course with the strength card here. You were able to stick with that long enough to really make headway. And so now you have this strength that goes along with this emotional intelligence that will propel not only your relationship, but any potential relationship that comes into view, right? You're going to be able to get a handle on this relationship thing in a way that you have never been able to get a handle on it before. And that's what we're talking about in this current energy. This is a powerful period of time for you, Gemini. I implore you to take advantage of it, right? with this peace and harmony energy coming your way, with this Three of Wands in the reverse, what I'm getting here is not being willing to just go down any path, right? So we have the Three of Wands in the upright, and you see this long and winding path. No, no more long and winding paths for you, Gemini. You need a path that's straightforward, a logical A to B that makes sense along with all this emotional stuff that you've learned, right? Love doesn't have to be hard is what you will come out of this period that we're currently in. You're going to come out of that with that understanding that love does not have to be hard. If it's hard, it's not for me, right? Not to say that there won't be arguments, not to say that there won't be things that occur that need to be taken care of that aren't so pleasant. I'm talking about being blocked, being cut off, the in and out energy, the bullshit. The bullshit is not for you. And you have a strong understanding as to it does not have to be difficult, right? And where you were inspired naturally by your natural Gemini energy to take a look at details, right? So with this Eight of Pentacles, not saying that you concentrate fully on details, say in a Virgo type manner, but more like you pay attention to the details to glean what it is that you need. Like that's the natural expression of the Gemini energy in this sort. You're going to learn to overcome um the glaring things that you see in paying attention to detail that throws you off. You're going to be able to move past that in order to create this peace and harmony, because you are understanding that a straight A to B path, right? To get straight there, sometimes there's going to be things along the way that you just can't sit and focus on. You're going to just have to concentrate on getting from A to B. And so this is really powerful, powerful energy coming towards you. Like this year so far is what I'm going to say has taught you many lessons. And we're only in March, right? But I feel like if you have been mindful and paying attention to the things that have been presented to you thus far in the year of 2023, you've been able to pull out of it some powerful changes, powerful period of time. And if you have not, especially in regards to love, right? So if you have not been paying attention and you've been a little sleep over there, Gemini, now's the time to wake up and let's get down to it. So let's get Gemini a couple of more messages just to drive this all home, Spirit. And Gemini, I encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button while I get my last few messages out of the deck here. And first off, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse, and that's being followed by the Three of Pentacles. And then we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. So overall, Spirit wants you to understand, Gemini. Yeah, all that I'm blocking you, you're blocking me, I'm going to play this game. That kind of game playing is coming to an end, right? You require the true thing. We want the straight path to love. And you're not going to play these kind of games anymore, and you're not going to allow anyone to pull you into those kind of games. You're definitely not going to stand for them playing these games with you. It's just a no-go. It's a non-starter, as they say. And so with the Three of Pentacles, creating this harmony that we're heading into with that other person or that potential other partner. Because I do feel for some of you that are very single during this current time period here, a potential partner will definitely present themselves. Make sure you're looking for that, Okay. Especially if love is what you're wanting to create this year, right? So you'll be in the energy of working with that person to create the peace and harmony that we spoke of here, right? And with this 10 of swords in the reverse, you're going to find, Gemini, that that relief of what you felt, you know, as hard times in love, is the release of those hard times is going to be epic if you continue to stay focused on creating this peace and harmony, right? It starts with those standards that we talked about that you're going to set for yourself, that standard operating procedure. It will seem hard at times because you'll want to deviate, you'll be tempted, I should say, to deviate when faced with someone who you just find delicious but is giving you red flags. Stay the course because it's going to pay off for you. It's going to pay off for you in spades, basically, is what I'm getting here. And have the strength to stick to your guns, because that is when you are going to end up with a partner who actually feeds you romantically in the way that you need. All right, Gemini. Again, go ahead and hit subscribe on your way out the door. But this is a beautiful reading, right? You're going to want to be in the loop on those messages to come in the days ahead. So, all my best to you, Gemini. Until next time.